Welcome students, and welcome to week 3 of your ENGL 101 class. So in week 3, we're going to talk about formal versus informal English. So in week 3, in your week 3 forum, we're going to discuss what's the difference between first person case, second person case, third person case. So basically, when we talk to our friends and family, we use first person case, I, my, we, our, us, and second person case, you, your. So when we use I'm going to the store, you're going to your store, we're talking to our friends and family because we're talking in a very casual English, informal English. Then when we talk to our boss or to our teacher, or when we write for our boss or a teacher, we write in formal English where we use third person case, which is he, she, they. And third person case is used when you want to report the facts of a situation, or you want to tell someone else's story. And you're not talking about yourself, but you're talking about somebody else. So that's when we use third person case. So basically in week 3, we are going to investigate the difference between when we use formal English, when we use informal English, and the influence of tone and occasion on when we use formal or informal English. Now in quiz 2, you learned that we use formal English when we write our research papers, because when we write our academic research papers, we're reporting the facts about our topic. So we want to stick to the facts so that our papers stay credible. And so you're going to be doing a week 3 forum where we're going to discuss formal and informal English. And then in the practice forum 2, you're going to be given a set of occasions. And you're going to create a Venn diagram where you're going to compare and contrast an informal occasion where we use first, second person case versus if you're at an office and you speak in a more professional tone and you use mainly third person case. Although sometimes you can use first and second person case, but you speak in a more professional tone, and you don't use correct grammar, and you don't use slang, you don't use cliches. You always stick to a more formal English when you're at the office. So when you do practice forum 2, you're going to be comparing different situations. For example, if you're at the church, you might use casual English because you're with your friends, versus if you're at your office giving a speech or oral presentation. Then you're going to use third person case, or if you're at church, you're going to dress informally in your jeans, versus if you go to the office and you're going to wear your office blazer. So basically, the week 3 forum and the practice forum 2 both discuss when do we use formal English when we are with at the office, at the workplace, writing business letters, business email, or our academic research paper, and using third person case, versus if we're with our family and friends and then we use first and second person case and speak in casual English and use a lot of slang. And so this week we're going to learn how important it is to maintain a formal tone when we are in a professional surrounding. So it's very difficult for students to remember not to use first and second person case in their papers. Now, for the only time in essay writing that we can use first person case is if we're writing a narrative, such as an autobiography or a biography. But in all other forms of essays, you should stick to third person case, because when you use third person case, he, she, and they, then you have a much more, you sound more credible and you sound more professional. So instead of saying positive thinking makes you a happier person, right? So you is second person case. So you want to avoid you and your. So then you would change that sentence to positive thinking makes a person a happier person, or something like that, you know? So you would replace I, my, us, you, your. You replace first and second person case with third person case. So that's really hard for a lot of students. Now, I created a lot of videos about that topic. So I will be posting videos in which I changed or corrected student papers from their first, second person case, which was too informal, to conversational English, and I changed it to third person case for them. So I made a lot of videos about that. I will be posting that to the announcements. So always remember to look at your email for my announcements and for my videos, because if you watch all my videos are on my writing channel, Professor H Writing Channel. You can find all of my videos on that writing channel, especially if you can't get to your email, or your email does not have all of the announcements. So therefore, you can always go to YouTube to my Professor H Writing Channel. Also, these lecture videos that you're seeing right now will also be posted to the Professor H Writing Channel. So either way, either you watch it here in the classroom or you watch it on the Professor H Writing Channel, that's up to you. And if you want to schedule a one-on-one Google chat with me or phone call, you can always do that. Also, now that we're reaching the middle of the class, if you're interested, if this class is interested in a Google chat in which we would all get together and we would all talk together, and I would, instead of just me talking alone here in this environment, you guys could join me, you see. So if you're interested in joining me in these live lectures, and then we could get to meet each other, then you can email me and tell me what is a good time for you. So, and then I will choose a time that most of you are available for our mid-class Google chat, okay? So then you can ask me questions about assignments, you could just chat, or we could just go over one of the other lessons. I could even do a quiz for you. Of course, you have to tell me which quiz in advance so I can prepare it. So we're getting up to week 4, so we're almost to the middle of, believe it or not, we're almost to the middle of this class, because these 8 weeks go so fast. I mean, it really does. And I really enjoy teaching you guys English 101. And so far I've gone over your week 3 forum and your practice forum 3, in which we go over formal and informal English. And your week 3 quiz talks about different ways of combining sentences. And so I created a video just on that topic, on the different ways in which you can combine sentences so that you can have more sentence variety in your essays. And also always watch my weekly quiz videos and my weekly quiz lecture notes before you take the weekly quiz. And if you want to go over the weekly quiz, like have a separate, this kind of a lecture just on the quiz with everybody together, you need to email me and show interest. Otherwise, I'll just assume, well, no one's interested in a live session, so I'll just continue with these recorded sessions, since everybody works at different times. So, and then week 3, this week, for your illustrative essay, your problem solution essay, you're going to be turning in your 5-paragraph essay structure. So now we are on the second stage of the writing process. In week 1, what we did was we wrote our outline and we decided on a topic. Now in week 3, the writing stage, remember, week 1 was pre-writing, and now we're in week 3, and we're in the writing stage, which is the second stage of the writing process, and you're going to transform your week 1 outline into a 5-paragraph essay structure. So you have to remember that your introduction has a hook, 5 background sentences that state the problem, a thesis statement with 3 solutions, and then paragraph 1 is solution 1, paragraph 2, solution 2, paragraph 3, solution 3. So by now you should be very, very familiar with that structure, so that your thesis statement is always the last sentence of the first paragraph. And your thesis statement is always the main idea of your essay. Your thesis statement summarizes your body, the content of your body paragraphs. Each topic sentence needs to reflect back to the thesis statement. And when you have a thesis statement with matching topic sentences, then this is called the 5-paragraph essay structure. And so remember, your thesis statement always has to be the last sentence of the introduction, and that's called the funnel introduction paragraph. Then for your conclusion paragraph, your thesis statement is the first sentence of the last paragraph. That's known as a summary conclusion paragraph. And so I'm giving you these terms so that you can Google more information about what is a funnel introduction paragraph, what is a summary conclusion paragraph, and what is a 5-paragraph essay structure. You can also look up problem solution essay. So that's what we've been writing for the past 3 weeks. Next week we're going to start the persuasive essay, I think, week 4. Yeah, week 4 is when we're going to start the part 1 of our persuasive essay. So I'll hold off on that lecture, and I think I'm going to give you an example of another example from a previous student of what she wrote for her illustrative essay. So here I'm going to share my screen once again, and I go like this. All right, and so I have to put in text, and then here we go. So in a previous student, so first you have your hook, ever have a really busy week. Jane, okay, let me make this much bigger so that I could fit more in. Okay, Jane. Then you have your 5 backgrounds. So after your hook, you have your 5 background sentences that states the problem. So I'm going to now do my 5 background sentences that states the problem about having good work-life balance. Okay, so basically this is a topic about time management. And so Jane, so I'm stating the problem, is a busy single mother. She has 3 kids and 1 full-time job, and she goes to school full-time. And so Jane has to learn how to balance her work time, her school time, and her family time, so that she has work-life balance. It is unhealthy for Jane to work all the time and not have time for her kids. And so Jane finds it hard to find time to be with her kids. Sometimes she gets home so late that her kids are already in bed. Then when she leaves for school or work, the kids have not yet gotten up for school. And so Jane does not want to miss her children's childhood. And so Jane needs to find a way to better balance her work-life balance. And so there you have the problem. Jane is too busy to spend time with her kids, and she doesn't want to miss her kids' childhood, because the childhood goes really fast, and once the childhood is gone, it's gone. And so here the student wrote, now you have your thesis statement. So after you have your hook, your 5 background sentences, and then you write your thesis statement. 3 ways mothers can take care of themselves to find time for family is to say no to too many work tasks, delegate work to other team members, and delegate house chores to the husband or the children. So paragraph 2, solution 1, Jane has to learn to say no to too many work tasks so that Jane can have work-life balance. Paragraph 3, solution 2, Jane needs to delegate her work to other members of her office team so she can have more family time. And in paragraph 4, solution 3, Jane needs to delegate house chores to her husband or to her children. Notice how in all of this I didn't say, I am a busy mother, I have 3 kids, and I have a full-time job. I go to school full-time, okay? So many students use I, and when you use too much first-person case, I, it makes your paper sound too conversational and too informal. And so what I did was I transformed this essay, this problem solution essay, into third-person case. So this is one way in which you can transform your essay into third-person case. And in this way, I avoided using I, my, us, we. I also avoided using you and your, so that your paper can have a more professional tone. So remember, when we talk to our friends and family, it's okay to use I, my, you, and your. When we write emails to our friends and family, it's okay to use I, my, we, us, you, and your. But when we write a research paper for our teacher, then it's better to use third-person case to make our paper sound more professional. And then you write paragraph 5. So that's the whole point of week 3, is to discuss the importance of having formal or informal English for the proper tone and occasion. And then you write your conclusion, where you're going to repeat the thesis statement. Okay, so you read 3 ways mothers can take care of themselves is to say no to too many work tasks, delegate work to other team members, and delegate house chores to the husband or to the children. And then you're going to write 5 summary sentences, okay? And so for each of the body paragraphs, you're going to write 5 to 7 sentences. 5 to 7 sentences, okay? And so you're going to write 5 to 7 sentences about saying no to too many work tasks. Then you're going to write 5 to 7 sentences about how you're going to delegate work to other people in your office. And then you're going to write 5 to 7 sentences about how you're going to delegate house chores to your husband or to your children, so that your children can learn discipline and not take you for granted. And so remember, each paragraph needs to have 5 to 7 sentences. So this pretty much wraps up your problem solution essay. So each week I give you another example of the problem solution essay. So I hope that you enjoyed this week 2 of the problem solution. I hope you enjoyed this week 3 lecture and you're enjoying these one-on-one, I guess it's one-on-one, yeah, and you're enjoying these lectures, and if there are other video topics you want me to make videos about, you can always email me and say, you know, Professor H, I wish you could make a video about such and such a topic. And if you get stuck on what video topics you can't think of for me to make, all you have to do is look at your textbook, the table of contents. You could say, well, I really don't understand about gerunds and infinitives, or I really don't understand about, can you write more about sentence revision? So any grammar topic, punctuation topic, if you want something more in detail than what I have given you in the quiz notes, you can always email me, and I can always I create a video topic or I can direct you to a video that somebody else has already made. So this pretty much ends my week 3 lecture. And so I hope that you all have a really great week, and I'll see you in the week 4 lecture, in which we will be halfway done with this class. So have a great week.